Peace, y'all. Hey, I'm Ivory. I'm back. And it's time to eat again. And today I made some cheeseburgers and onion rings. Whew, y'all. I made them two different ways, but they both have the same thing. Deluxe style. Oh, yes. I also have some crispy onion rings. I got some cucumber water. I'm gonna let this sit for a couple of minutes. For dessert, I have some sliced melons. I am so hungry. I'm gonna cut this one in half. I'll start with this one. Whew, yes. Yeah, look at that. I got some honey mustard, ketchup on the side. And y'all, today is one of those days I need some wine. Okay. We're going all the way to the rim with this one. Y'all see my Jaguar? Cheers! Ooh, y'all, let's eat. I am so thankful for this food. I'm hungry. Oh, yes. That's good. As always. Y'all know who used to have some nasty onion rings? I don't know if they're still nasty, but back in the day, Burger King onion rings, when I used to eat fast food, I remember they didn't have onions in the middle. They had like a puree. Look, I'm gonna show you. See, look, you see how these are Alexia onion rings. But oh, I can't open it just right. I want y'all to see the onion in there. So I baked these to hell, so the onion is kind of soft. But it's an actual onion ring. You know, they slice the onions, dip it in the batter, flip it in the batter, and then deep fry it. Even though I baked these. Burger King. They have like a minced onion puree. No thanks. Could y'all tell this was a black bean burger? Huh? Can you see? It's good. I think it's better with the lettuce on the bottom. I see why people do that. Or people who flip their burgers upside down. That way the toppings are on the bottom. It's a little easier to eat. It's good. You gotta let it sit though, so that the cucumbers release the flavors. If you drink it real fast, it'll be like drinking regular water. So y'all, something that I've been seeing a lot lately, more out loud, is older women dating younger men. I'm talking like 10 plus years age difference. It happens more commonly nowadays. The latest big thing, I guess you could say, that's going on is Draya and Michele from Basketball Wives dating Jalen Green. She is 39 and he just turned 22 a month ago. He was 21 and she was 39. And I took it upon myself to do a little research. I said, damn, people are really trying to go crazy about this. Now, okay, 21 is a little different than a case like, let's see, Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan. Because he's at least in his 30s, even though she's pushing 50. He's at least in his 30s, so it's like he's a grown-up, he's an adult, he's mature, you would think, right? But with Jalen Green, the NBA player, I think, it's like he could have still been in college. Like, he could have still, like, he kind of just got out of high school a couple of days ago. Like, I'm going to bite this one. I'm going to cut it. Might bite it a couple times because I want to experience the difference with the toppings on the bottom versus on the top. And this is good, y'all. I love a good black bean burger. But anyway, so let's see. Jalen and Draya are 17 years apart. And then you have Keyshia Cole and her baby daddy, Niko. So Draya Michele, the 39-year-old, is pregnant by the 22-year-old. Rich man, though. And then Keyshia Cole, wait, they both football players. They both got babies with ball players, if I'm not mistaken. But she over there with Niko, and Niko ain't but what? Oh, gosh. Niko is 25, and Keyshia Cole is 42. It's not only men. Older men who date younger women. Because there are different reasons why people end up in these types of relationships. Even though it's most common for an older man to date a younger woman, that's acceptable at this point. People might snicker about it, talk about it, depending on how big the age gap is. But even I, at 19, I was married to a man who was, if you know, you know, because I just talked about this a couple episodes ago. Okay. But I was out there a student messing around with one of the staff members down there to the college. Like sometimes, okay, there are different reasons why we end up in these situations. And it's not always the young one that's being targeted. Sometimes it's the older one, the elder, that's being targeted by the younger one. Not in my marriage. That didn't happen in my marriage. But see, I've done it both ways. I've dated older men. I've dated one younger man. He was 5.5 years younger than I was. I also dated older women. I'm in my 30s. I've dated a woman in her 40s and another woman in her late 50s. I really did, y'all. We could talk about it another time. Y'all got to let me know what the hell y'all want me to talk about, okay? But anyway. That was definitely an experience. She had me feeling like a sugar baby. For real. And it wasn't me. Like, I wasn't trying to be this woman's sugar baby, y'all. I wasn't. It was her vibe, for real. Anyway, back to the topic. So, Keyshia Cole, Draya, Michele, older, mature women dating these babies. Because even I, in my mid-30s, wouldn't date somebody in their mid-20s. And she about to be 40, and she dating a 22-year-old, just turned 22 too. That ain't for me. That's not my ministry. But see, this the thing. When I dated the younger man, the one who was 5.5 years younger, he acted older than me. His aura was older than my aura at that time. He was very old soul, classical type of mature. And he paid for my whole life, y'all. He did. From the very first month, he voluntarily paid for everything up front. From the beginning, it was his style. Because he learned that from the older men in his family. That this is what you do when you love a woman. So he had that classical, old school type of vibration, you know. Anyway, the point is, once you get to talking about way older, past a decade, more than 10 years in the age gap, like Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher. From back in the day. Yep, damn, look at that. It's all cold. Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher, they have a 15-year age gap. She passed 60 and he in his 40s. But see, because I've experienced this in my personal life, plus I kind of understand the psychology of humans in that way. You cannot judge all the situations the same. It's really situational because people do it for different reasons. Sometimes, every now and then, there is a genuine loving connection, but a lot of times it's trauma-based, or the comfortability of this type of person, or the older person may enjoy the naivete and newness of that younger person, so they get to shape and mold that person, you know. It doesn't matter the gender, it's really the age thing. Either way it goes, it's not always that young person was preyed upon. Sometimes them young folk be targeting older people. Yep. So you can't just look at it and say, she robbing the cradle. Maybe. Maybe not. That's all I'm saying. Maybe not. You never know. You got to know a lot of details just to have a valid opinion about a couple. You can't just look at them and know small, minor details. You got to really know them for real in order to have a valid opinion. For real, y'all. We can judge. We can say whatever we want. We can gossip. We can label these folk. It don't matter. But in reality, you never really know until you know. For real. Look, y'all. This is not as critical as people want it to be as far as gender. People be thinking like, how dare these older women prey on these boys? It's deeper than that, okay? Now listen, like Glorilla say, at the end of the day still gotta end, okay? The day still gotta end, so just move on. Just move on. It ain't no need in us pushing this negative energy toward these people. Let Draya have her baby in peace. Her 2 babies, her boy and her baby boy. What? What you think? Y'all looking at me? What you think? Because I really feel like you got to be in it. You got to be up in their business for real in order to say who's wrong and who's right and who's the target, who's the prey, who's the predator. You got to really be up in it to know. Listen, I done been both. I done been the prey and the predator. Okay? So I know it from both point of views. Or both points of view. And at the end of the day still got to end. Shout out to Glorilla. Y'all, I'm finna go. I'm full. I'm happy. This food was good. I hope y'all got some good food to eat today. I do. At the end of the day still gotta end. That's some real... Shout out to Glorilla.